Welcome back. The topic this week is the radical notion that a great spiritual master says that his way, the way of the worldview to adopt is one that the yoke is easy and the burden is light. And it's really quite a radical notion, isn't it? And life may not always feel light and the burden easy. So maybe we can unpack it a little bit and make it more real in our lives. Because I, for one, and you can ask yourself the same question, I would like my experience of life to be lighter and easier. And my spiritual program says easy does it up on the wall. So let's have a look for a moment. The other day I was going to school and stressing out a bit, and there's this one off ramp that I get off on consistently. And there was this fellow, he's been there every single day, and he was just kind of sitting on the side with his sign. You know the deal. And I was thinking to myself, is light and easy, does that mean that you don't work? Does that mean that you are an idler, that you sit on the side of a freeway with a sign? And I'm not judging. We all know how terribly difficult the world is right now and how many souls are displaced. And this is no judgment of any kind, but it's like, are we searching for a realm where we don't have to work and there's no burden placed on us at all? I don't think that's the case at all. I don't think that's sensible. I think hard work and engagement is the a great gift and a great adventure and a great challenge and a great joy of life, to be deeply engaged and to work hard. So does the phrase my yoke is easy and my burden is light, does it mean that we just sit and, here's my rocking chair with my cat, I'll just do this all day long? And I don't think that's the case at all. I think that would be uh, that would be hard and difficult for me. I like being active. For me, my own understanding as I'm examining this week, and as we all are, it means more of a mental outlook that I approach my life with. And if I'm living a life that's filled with worry or anxiety or dread or uh, depression or fear or any of those mental diseases, mental viruses, then I think that's when I'm really breaking that particular uh, commandment, that particular ideal that life is light and the burden is easy. I really, if I look deep into my own soul and ask myself, I can't imagine God wants us to live in mental and emotional states that are burdensome or heavy, things like anxiety, especially fear, especially resentment, especially worry. And so it seems to me like our real challenge in life, if our work is to be applied anywhere, it is to keep our channel flowing free, so to speak. We're all given X amount of life force. And if we are engaging or spending our days unconsciously or even consciously in the engagement of certain patterns of thought or certain emotional indulgence, I'll edit this part out, that close off our channel. And we know the psychic and emotional states that really shut us off: fear, worry, dread, anxiety, resentment. It's the number one offender, they say, in a particular program. But that's what's making our life heavy and burdensome. So now we circle back around to meditation. And meditation, this is why every spiritual master says, relax, lay down in the lilies of the field, sit and meditate. Because in meditation, we do something that no other spiritual practice does. And there are many other wonderful spiritual practices. We know being of service, we know being loving and kind, we know being hardworking, we know helping others. We know even engaging in conscious good thought is wonderful for our spiritual development, but there's something about meditation that only meditation does. And here's what it is that I think, in my understanding, meditation allows the mental and emotional patterns that are blocking us off and cutting off our life force and making our life anything but easy and light. Meditation is the only thing that tamps those things down. And it's an unusual, unique, and brilliant process where we do close our eyes and we don't engage thought. We don't beat on the surface of the water to try to make it clear, but we actually engage in a process of slowing down the movement of our mind. And I think that is a one of a kind, unique, brilliant, God given gift that we're given where we can agree to slow down our minds and practice a meditation process every single day without fail and let the painful patterns of perception and thought in our head calm down. And there is no substitute for it. There is no substitute. Somebody can have every other spiritual aspect of their life going well, and yet if the painful patterns of perception are not given an opportunity to calm down, then we're going to wrestle with them the rest of our lives. And that's just the case. And so congratulations on being a meditator and the willingness with everything else that you do, every other activity that you engage, to engage in the brilliant one-of-a-kind activity of no activity, the one of allowing our minds, hearts, bodies to get the reset of the calm and the peace of meditation. And I think the great spiritual master who said, "My yoke is easy and my burden is light," he went on to say, lay down in the lilies of the field mentally, emotionally, calm down and let the anxiety of life subside and get back to what the truth is. Because our higher power can't want anything for us other than the very best. Anyway, have a beautiful day. May it be light and easy.